So I was outside harvesting basil. Hi guys. What an abrupt way to start the video. So I was outside harvesting basil for me to look how big this chocolate basil's gotten. It's like 2 feet tall. Anyway, probably more closer to 3 feet tall. 2.5 feet. 2.5 feet. Easily. Anyways. And he asked me, and I brought in a bunch of basil, and he asked me, can you make jam out of the basil? And I said, yes, I could make mint chocolate basil jelly if you wanted. And he said, do it. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to take you along for the adventure. First, I'm going to start out with harvesting my chocolate basil. We'll be back. Alright, I started out with 12 ounces of fresh strawberry mint, and I cut it all up. And then I added 6 ounces of just regular peppermint, and I cut it all up. Now I'm going to cut up all of that chocolate mint basil on top. I'm going to do 1 pound of chocolate mint basil. Then I'm going to pour 8 cups of water on top of it and boil it down. We'll be back. Alright guys, there's all the herbs all cut up, diced, beaten up a little bit with a potato masher, and then 8 cups of water added. Let's go over those spices again. I have 12 ounces of fresh strawberry mint, 6 ounces of fresh peppermint, 1 pound chocolate basil, all chopped up, put in here, added to 8 cups of water. We're going to turn it on, bring it up to a boil it for 10 minutes, and let it sit and cool and quote-unquote steep for 30 minutes, and then we will be back. Okay guys, we are back, and we're going to try doing this with different views so you could possibly see my spoon. My husband says that I'm still not quite getting it right, so let's hope this does it. Alright, we changed our plans a little bit because my husband wanted some actual fruit in the jam. So what we have in here is 1 pint of my home canned strawberries in their own sugar juice. You can use fresh strawberries that are covered in sugar if you want, and you can use the equivalent 2 cups. So 1 pint or 2 cups of sliced strawberries with sugar, their own sugar juice. And then I have 4 cups of, see how beautiful, I hope so, yeah, you see how beautiful that tea turned out? Nice dark tea. That is the basil and mint. I boiled the basil and mint for 10 minutes, and then I steeped it for 20, and then I strained it, and now I'm doing this. Alright, now I add 1/3 cup of lemon juice. Now my husband likes his stuff sweeter, so I've got 4 cups of sugar. And then I'm going to add my 8-ounce jar of homemade apple pectin. I need to go grab that. I'll be back. There we have it, an 8-ounce jar of my apple pectin. I shook it up really good because the pectin always settles. And then we're going to turn it on. And I never like to have mine on high. I always put mine on a medium low. Get it all mixed up. And you want to remember, you never want to have more than 6 cups of fruit and juice. Now, the pectin and the lemon juice do not count towards the 6 cups. Just the actual fruit and juice you're doing, or tea in this instance. It already smells so wonderful. Alright guys, we're going to get this boiling, get this going, and we will be back. Alright guys, this has been boiling for 42 minutes. And it did turn out more like a jelly than a jam, which is going to be wonderful because it's like a jelly with fruit. It's going to be a jelly with fruit suspended in it. Alright, and I also discovered a great new trick to figure out whether or not your jams or jellies are done. You take your stainless steel measuring cup, make sure it's clean and washed and doesn't have any jam or jelly on the bottom of it. And then you just set it in and drag it and lift it up. You see how it's not dripping off the cup unless you make it. See how thick that is as it comes off the cup. Jelly is all ready to go. Plus, if you want to try it, I can also show you on the spoon. See how right at the end of all of, and you can also see it on the back of the spoon, it sheets and goes slow. See the drip, and then how the drips start to come together and get thick. My finger was in the way. Now my spoon's just getting covered in jelly. It wants to be all liquidy. But I can tell you it's done for sure. This is another sign that it's done when you stir it and it bubbles up. If we keep letting it go, it's going to turn into a candy. So I'm going to turn it off. See that thick drip? All ready to go. And then we're going to let it cool. Look at those beautiful fruit just sitting in there, floating in there nicely. And if you can see the strawberries have kind of turned semi-translucent and kind of like a candy. That's another sign that the jelly is done and ready to go. Alright, we're going to let this sit for 10 minutes and then we'll can it up. We'll be back. And there we have it, guys. 2 pints and 1 8-ounce jar of the strawberry mint chocolate basil jam with whole strawberries, or well, sliced strawberries in it. My husband is going to love this. I'm going to let these cool for a little bit before I put the lids on them. I'm going to stick them right in my fridge because my husband will devour them, and this little jar is going to a friend of ours for her husband because he will appreciate this. If you're going to store it on your shelves and put it away on your shelves, you process it for 25, and in fact I think I'm going to be doing that with one of the jars because I only need to put one of the jars in the fridge. The other jar I'll put away on my shelf so I can add another jar to my project pantry. Yay! And if my husband really likes them, I will make more up and then put away even more. Alright guys, if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up down below. Let me know if there's any other kinds of jams and jellies or any kind of baking or cooking you'd like to see me do. I love doing jams and jellies. They are, for me, a comfort item and a comfort stress reliever to make them. They remind me of my great-grandma and my grandma making up jars like this quickly whenever they were needed. I, on the other hand, make it constantly, so I've always got tons on my shelves, and I sell my jams and jellies to customers also under the North Dakota Food Freedom Act. Alright guys, again, Leave a comment down below and let me know what else you'd like to see me do. We'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, stay positive. Bye.